Ron Clark. Ready for your first day?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll be with you in a minute, and I'll introduce you to your class.
Hi. What happened to you?
Teacher says I can't learn, so I should go out with the trash.
Okay, settle down. Let's get out our silent reading.
I'm Mr. Clark. What's your name?
Howdy, Craig.
Nice to meet you. I'm so sorry. I'm so forgetful. What's my name again?
It's Mr. Clark.
Oh, see? You just learned something. Let's get you out of there.
Mr. Clark?
Yeah.
Is you gonna be our new teacher?
Ellen, no whispering. Get the chair! My hair! Get the
We'll arrive at Swan Quarter about 5, like we always do. Pick up the shrimp bait at the general store, like we always do, and hop the ferry over to Overcook Island for some fine flounder fishing.
Like we always do.
Well, folks, it's not quite the end of the year summer celebration we expected. But let's take a moment to thank our own Mr. Clark, whose 5th grade class tested #1 in Beaufort County for the 4th year in a row. We have a surprise that we have put together for you. Unfortunately, it's outside. Y'all know Mr. Clark began here as a temporary teacher. Well, we've all chipped in on something to help him feel more permanent.
Oh. I love it here, but I've got to move on, Mom. Before they use that parking space for my grave. New York public schools are desperate for good teachers. Newspaper says they're begging for them. Dad, every year I tell my students to go for what they want in life. Dream big, take risks. It's time I started living up to my own words.
Oh,
I'm gonna miss you guys. But I gotta go.
we understand, sweetie. Goodbye. People get killed in New York.
This is Radio Roanoke, where the sun is shining and the temperature is 78 degrees.
And the night sounds start to whisper.
News and sports in 5, Baltimore, but now let's get ready to rock and roll with the Smokin' Red.
That was the mellow midnight voice of Johnny Hartman. This is WNYC in New York City. Next up, something cool on a hot night.
Come on, we're gonna park here. Rent's due at 10. Cash only. Checkout's at 11:30.
Okay, this is great. And what's your name?
Yolanda.
Thank you, Yolanda. Hi. New York. Good morning. Good morning. Yolanda, good morning. Do you have a list of the public schools in Harlem?
Sure I do, baby.
Okay, thank you.
What do you want school listings for?
I'm a teacher.
And you want to teach? Up in Harlem?
Yes.
Well, then, honey, you're going to need something else. Personal injury lawyers. Because once your way behind goes on up in there, they'll be carrying you back up the same way you went in. What kind of foolishness is this going on up there while I'm trying to teach? You know I ain't going to get to me.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming in.
You're welcome, but if you could just look at my resume.
I apologize, we just don't have a position available.
All my kids tested above grade level.
I'm sure they did. And good luck to you.
So, my merry men and ladies, let us steal from the rich and help a poor, brave waiter go henceforth into the kitchen and command your dinners.
Nice hat. Distracts the customers from that accent.
Hey, watch out. I got a bow and arrow.
What show are you in? Everybody works here as an actor.
I'm a teacher.
You are going to change before your first class, right?
Very funny. How about you?
Me? Oh, I'm taking a break from acting. The Cleopatra gig is very challenging.
Hey, who's that?
It's the Queen of Egypt, in love with Mark Antony.
No, I mean, who is that?
Marissa, and she's even more beautiful out of costume. I'm Jason, otherwise known as Mark Antony.
Sorry.
It happens all the time, bro. Don't sweat it.
Fake nails out of mine. Back in the class. Hey, come on.
Hey, enough! Hey, Sean Mitchell, my office now. I'm not playing with your son.
I ain't no son.
Mr. Sauce, what the hell was that? That boy's your student.
Not anymore.
Hey, you walk away, you stay away.
You can have the little bastards.
I can start right now.
You're lucky you got detention and not an assault charge.
Hello, I'm Ron Clark. I wanted to let you know I taught 5th grade for 4 years in North Carolina. You need a teacher, I need a job, so let's help each other out.
Mr. Clark, I'm sure you're very sincere, but I'm afraid you might be a little too...
Too what? Too white, too tall, too ugly?
Nice.
I specialize in raising standardized test scores.
This is the honors class. These students score in the top 10 percentile of the state exams every year. We divide each grade into 4 classes according to their achievement scores.
What about this class?
This class tested at the bottom of the entire New York City school district.
They do seem a little bit squirrely.
Oh, they're a bit more than squirrely. These students have problems with learning, discipline, social skills, like Tayshaun Mitchell. 2 strikes going on 3 toward the juvenile detention center.
I'm your man.
I have an opening in grade 3. If your credentials check
You
out...
have an opening right here.
No. Last year, this class went through 6 different teachers before Christmas.
Yes, nobody wants them and I do, so what's the problem?
Test scores are very important to me. It's how I keep my job.
I can start right now.
You can start on Monday. State exams are in May.
Yo, man. I think she liked me.
On a break. 200 bucks and nothing. Jeez, you should have heard them in there. Oh, Cleo, we got your snake right here. And then they just stiff me.
One half?
Yeah, sure. You're a teacher, Clark. What is it? I mean, why don't guys grow up?
Ooh, I'm afraid my level of expertise expires at the 6th grade.